आज OIC सेक्रेटरीट में जद्दा में ये इजलास शुरू हो चुका है। वज़ीर ख़ारजा इसहाक़ OIC वज़राए ख़ारजा काउंसिल इजलास में शिरकत के लिए सऊदी अरब आज सुबह पहुँचे। उनका इस्तक़बाल किया गया। तर्जुमान दफ्तर ख़ारजा के मुताबिक इजलास में रुकन ममालिक के वज़राए ख़ारजा फ़लस्तीन की सूरत हाल पर गौर करेंगे।
Thank you, brother. Your emphasis on the ending impunity for Israel's atrocities is vital for justice. I now invite my dear brother Prince 𝗙𝗶𝗶𝗵 Al-Saud, Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the Chair of the OIC Arab League Joint Ministerial Committee, to deliver his speech. Please, brother, the floor is yours.
Microphone, please. In the name of Allah, the Lord of Mercy, Giver of Mercy, Your Excellencies, Your Highnesses, Your Excellency, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Turkey, Chair of the meeting, the Chair of the Islamic Summit, Minister of Foreign Affairs, the OIC Secretary General, dear audience. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's my pleasure to welcome you and thank you for your participation in this extraordinary meeting in consideration and in solidarity of our brothers in Palestine who are subjected to the most barbaric forms of starvation, killing, and all forms of oppression. We are here because we are convinced that the practices of the Israeli occupation are the main threat of peace and security. We are here today determined to confront this threat through uniting our ranks and coordinating our stances and improving our joint Islamic action. The unprecedented aggression by Israel against the occupied Palestinian territory, especially the Gaza Strip, in flagrant violation of all humanitarian and international norms, and it's no secret that the flagrant violations by the Israeli occupation authorities are unprecedented in a very systematic manner, and their refusal to provide access to the humanitarian aid. The international community immediately should put an end to the crimes committed by the Israeli occupation and categorically refuse the intention of the Israeli occupation to impose its sovereignty on the Gaza Strip. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia also asserts the importance of taking all measures and steps to break the siege and to provide unhindered access to humanitarian assistance, and urge the occupying power to provide all measures to provide access to this assistance, and provide also support to the UNRWA and all UN agencies working in the occupied Palestinian territory. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia reiterates its condemnation of the statements recently issued by the Prime Minister of Israel regarding the Greater Israel Vision and its categorical refusal of the expansionist projects adopted by the Israeli occupation authorities, and asserts the historical right of the Palestinian people to have their sovereign state. And we call to the uniting of the international community to empower the Palestinian people and its authorities, especially through supporting the Palestinian government. And we request the international community to impose and force the Israeli occupation to release the illegally held tax reviews, and the Islamic Arab Ministerial Committee will continue to crystallize and galvanize international support to establish the sovereign Palestinian state on the 1967 borders, and support the efforts of Qatar and Egypt to reach a ceasefire in Gaza and provide humanitarian access and humanitarian aid to the Gazans. We also support the measures taken to implement the two-state solution through the coalition toward this end and the high-level international conference co-chaired by Saudi Arabia and France. The number of countries intending to recognize the state of Palestine, in addition to the Asian and African countries, in addition to European countries and South America. This asserts that the violations undertaken by Israel are rejected by the majority of the international community, and those who are still hesitant to put an end to this impunity should take another course. And the continuation of this impunity will undermine international system and the rules of international law, and undermine the multilateral opportunities for cooperation and international legitimacy, and would expand the cycle of violence and undermine the peace and security not only in this region but the entire world. In conclusion, we hope that our meeting today will reach a tangible conclusion that would support peace and security and stability in the region, and put an end to the cycle of violence, and defuse all the efforts on this opposite in order to have prosperity for all our people. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
सऊदी वज़ीर ख़ारजा शहज़ादा फ़ैसल बिन फ़रहान OIC वज़राए ख़ारजा काउंसिल इजलास से ख़िताब कर रहे थे। फ़लस्तीन में ढाए जाने वाले मज़ालिम के हवाले से आवाज़ बुलंद कर रहे थे। OIC वज़राए ख़ारजा काउंसिल इजलास जद्दा में जारी है, जिसमें गज़ा के बहरान पर इस वक्त गौर किया जा रहा है।
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for holding this extraordinary meeting of the Ministers of Foreign Affairs of the OIC upon our request and other member states regarding the unprecedented grave developments related to Gaza and the decision of the Israeli occupation authorities to storm it and impose their control on its entirety. At the outset, I would like to convey to you the thanks of the Palestinian people and its leadership and President Mahmoud Abbas, to the custodian of the two holy mosques, and to his royal crown prince for their unprecedented support for the Palestinian issue and the inalienable rights of our people to self-determination and the sovereignty of the state of Palestine on the borders of the 4th of June 1967 with 𝗙𝗲𝗶𝗴𝗵 its capital, and the return of the refugees. Mr. Chair, we would like also to express our heartfelt thanks for your presence today and for your support, and for the General Secretariat of the OIC and its Secretary General for their commendable efforts. Mr. Chair, Israel seeks to impose its full military sovereignty on the Gaza Strip and extend this war and prevent the establishment of the sovereign Palestinian state and implement their declared plans in all their forms against the Palestinian people. The Israeli government has asserted this unequivocally once and again, and proved long ago that it has nothing to do with the fate of the prisoners, and this recent decision is another evidence. The statement of the Prime Minister of Israel regarding the Greater Israel vision from the Nile to the Euphrates, which we condemned in the strongest words, and we should all undermine it, is another proof of this aggression, which aims to affect the entire region. And it's noteworthy as well the adoption of the illegal Smotrich plan regarding settlement expansion. It approved another settlement project called E1 that includes thousands of settlement units in Al-Quds and its environs, which would lead, if implemented, to the separation of the holy city from its Palestinian surroundings, as well as the annexation of the occupied West Bank, which will undermine the implementation of the two-state solution. However, Mr. Chair, we cannot face this illegal plan, and this unethical plan cannot be faced only by rage or condemnations. This requires the galvanization of all our tools and instruments to put an end to it. Israel has proven long time ago that it doesn't care about the UN Charter or international law or the UN resolutions relevant to the Palestinian issue unless they are accompanied by consequences and accountability. What will force Israel to change its course is our united ability. According to our sovereign country's intentions to convert the condemnations into tangible actions that will achieve justice and improve the solidarity and resilience of the Palestinian people on their land, and providing all requirements for this resilience.
फलस्तीन की संगीन सूरत हाल पर OIC वज़ीर ख़ारजा का गैर मामूली इजलास OIC सेक्रेटेरिएट में जारी है। वज़ीर ख़ारजा 𝗙𝗲𝗶𝗶𝗵 अब से कुछ देर पहले पहुँचे थे। फैसल बिन फरहान वज़ीर ख़ारजा सऊदी अरब के, उन्होंने इज़हार ख्याल किया। फ़लस्तीन के नुमाइंदे OIC में इस वक्त इज़हार ख्याल कर रहे हैं।
Start with ending the use of starvation as a weapon and to put an end to the war on Gaza through final ceasefire and the release of the prisoners and the withdrawal of Israel fully from the Gaza Strip, and support the Arab Islamic plan for reconstruction of Gaza and holding a conference in Cairo on this matter after the stoppage of the aggression. This plan expected that the Palestinian Authority will continue its governmental and security mission in the Gaza Strip with international and regional support, in line with the end of the war against Gaza and the establishment of a sovereign state of Palestine. The plan also delineates an irreversible road towards the establishment of the sovereign Palestinian state that will lead to peace and security as well as regional integration. Mr. Chair, we commend some brave voices which are against the genocide and thus starvation used by Israel against the Palestinians, and in this regard we thank the UN Secretary General, Mr. Antonio Guterres, for his brave stances, including the recent statement he mentioned regarding the famine in Gaza, calling for its immediate stoppage after it was confirmed by relevant international organizations officially for the first time. The Palestinian side has provided plans and proposals and cooperated with all the efforts that aim to facilitate reaching an end of war agreement, and now we all have to act in all possible ways, including under Chapter 7 of the UN Security Council, to deprive Israel of the tools that will enable it to continue this barbaric war and hold it accountable for its crimes, and to send an international protection force immediately to save the Palestinian people. Mr. Chair, there is no doubt that the unaccountability of Israel is the thing that has led it to do what it's doing. Palestine is ready to work with all stakeholders, brothers and friends, as well as with the US administration and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and France, the Arab League, the OIC, and the members of the UN Security Council, as well as other international and regional partners, to put an end of the barbaric war against the Palestinian people and put an end to the bloodshed. Our actions today, Mr. Chair, will determine the fate of millions of people tomorrow. Let me reiterate, our acts today will determine the fate of millions of people tomorrow. At least those who will be still alive by that time. Mr. Chair, ladies and gentlemen, Palestine is calling. Al-Quds is calling. Al-Masjid al-Aqsa is calling. The first Qibla and the third of the three holy mosques. Gaza, the symbol of pain, grief, blood, starvation, and destruction, is calling. The West Bank is calling. Palestine and its people and its leadership, know that you are with them and that our call will be heard and supported from you, and that you are our people and our back, and you have the necessary tools to achieve what is required and make our rights a reality, and you will activate these tools. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Take a seat.
गाज़ा के बहरान पर OIC वज़ीर ख़ारजा का गैर मामूली इजलास आज OIC सेक्रेटेरिएट जद्दा में हो रहा है। वज़ीर ख़ारजा इसहाक़ डार OIC वज़ीर ख़ारजा काउंसिल इजलास में शिरकत कर रहे हैं। पाकिस्तान की नुमाइंदगी नायब वज़ीर आज़म और वज़ीर ख़ारजा इसहाक़ डार कर रहे हैं। तर्जुमान दफ्तर ख़ारिजा के मुताबिक इजलास में रुकन ममालिक वज़ीर ख़ारजा फ़लस्तीन की संगीन सूरत हाल पर गौर कर रहे हैं। इस हवाले से आप करते रहेंगे, यहाँ वक्त तो एक ब्रेक का।
तपती हुई धूप लगे प्यास, फिर फटाफट तभी आ गया हूँ मैं, आया करने शरारत, जरा ठंड मचा ताकि चिल गुजरे लाइफ, सीना रहे ठंडा जैसे गले पे हो आइस।
लाहौर के दिल में डेवलपमेंट फुल स्विंग में, पोजेशन सिर्फ एक साल में ऑन इजी इंस्टॉलमेंट्स, वर्ल्ड क्लास रेजिडेंशियल कम्युनिटी एंड कमर्शियल हब, यूनियन टाउन, द हार्ट ऑफ अर्बन लाहौर। For booking and details, call toll-free 08000 9000.
यही टेस्ट ऑफ पाकिस्तान, यही अपनी है जान, यही टेस्ट ऑफ पाकिस्तान, यही अपनी है जान, अपनी पहचान।
मीज़ान, the taste of Pakistan.
1 is greater than 9?
10 is greater than 9. अब ठीक है, शरारतों को बढ़ने दो, कोकोमो मुझे भी दो।